look cold, motherfucker. I ain't to my back, I just don't owe a motherfucker. God said to shine, so I'ma glow, motherfucker. Would you check the time? It's time to go, motherfucker. If you know, you know. And we been at this shit forever, but I feel it close. And there ain't time to toast, it's time to keep this shit afloat. Cause when you bout to blow, God gon' test you the most.
And welcome back to Water Break. I am your host, RVNAI, and tonight I am with my co-host, Azar.
Yep. That's me.
And we have our guest.
Yo. It's your boy, Hazy. Stop playing. I'm in this bitch.
Hazy from Hawthorne.
Had to let him know.
Had to let him know, bro. It's my first podcast. I'm not gonna shy away from doing the stuff I do. So, yeah.
So just a couple of questions. Actually, let me, real quick. We did have a holiday hiatus. My bad. We just been kind of slumped getting used to this shit.
This is off season. This is behind the scenes.
I'm just saying, like, if I had to kind of clear the air, they'd be like, oh shit, every Monday, what happened? But anyway, yeah, so holiday hiatus, what the fuck, we got slumped. But, you know, we back again, new year, 2026. Just want to say Happy New Year, y'all.
Yeah. Happy New Year's.
And just to get back into it, your kind of reasoning for being an artist, tell them about yourself.
Hell yeah.
What we kind of stand for.
Hell yeah, bro. So, yeah, my name is Hazy. Or my name is Zach, though. My name is Zach, so I'm Zach. I'm from Hawthorne, California. I'm 20 years old. I've been making music since I was like 13, probably. And my biggest... Yeah, no, definitely, bro. Like, I tell people I've been doing it for like 7 years, and I'm still kind of young, so it's like... you know, that feels good just because, you know, it still feels like I'm pretty experienced with it. And it still feels like I got a long time to go. So, yeah, that's pretty much like, I guess, you know, introduction.
For sure. I think the first time we met was at this fucking open mic in like a parking lot. And bro, why are they charging tickets to a parking lot, bro?
It was
the open mic LB shit.
That's crazy. That
was like my biggest. That was the coolest one.
That shit was sick though. I saw you like, bro, like he has this whole operation going.
First time I ever met you.
Yeah, bro, it was there. Yeah,
it was there.
That was a great day. Yeah, I looked like a fucking cholo. That shit was sick though.
Yeah, he had the hair like slicked back with the white polo club or pro club.
Best performances.
Yeah, facts, bro. Yeah,
shit was sick. You had your whole like family and like friends.
I told everybody to go to that shit because like that was like my first one, and I think they invited me though. So it wasn't my first one. It was like the second one I did, but they had invited me because I did like a smaller one with them, and I was like, fuck it, I'm about to like invite everybody and sell shirts and shit. So like that's exactly what I did, bro. I made some shirts and then set up a table and invited everybody I knew, bro, and just did like a couple songs because they told me I was gonna have like a 15-minute set or something. Yeah. So I was like, oh yeah.
No, you definitely showed the fuck out. I was like, bro came prepared. I saw the shirts. I was like, okay. The whole operation. The whole operation is him, self-sufficient.
Hell yeah, bro, for sure.
I respect the fuck out of that. Like, what made you kind of want to be self-sufficient and like, why kind of not, I guess, offload it to different people and rather just be the main entity yourself?
I mean, bro, at the end of the day, you know, it's like art, you know, so it's like, it's my brand, it's me, so I don't want nobody to fuck it up, and like, I mean, bigger than that, I just haven't met anybody, you know, I haven't really met a team to do, like, the merch, or engineer, or, so I, like, anything I wanted to do, or anything I had a vision to do, I just kind of had to learn a little bit about it, and then, go from there, you know, whether it was with the music videos, or the clothes, because, like, I've had people make my clothes, I've had people shoot my videos, I've had people engineer my songs, but I either didn't like it, I either got like fucked over or something, and that kind of made me, you know what I'm saying, just try to do it myself, you know, to make sure it gets done how I want it to get done.
There's this like kind of video by JPEG Mafia. He was like, why pay somebody to like engineer my stuff and make it sound like shit when I could do that for free?
Yeah,
you know?
Shit.
So, like I just like rather figure it out myself.
Exactly, bro. You know, at the end of the day, you know, even if somebody is like doing it for you or something, there's probably gonna be something you have to nitpick or something. And don't get me wrong, of course, like one day I would love to have a team, bro. I would love to leave certain stuff to certain people. There's definitely stuff I don't want to do that I have to do sometimes, but. You know, when you're starting out as a young artist, a smaller artist, there's a lot of hats that you're going to have to wear. And that's just like the price you have to pay if you really want the shit. If you really want to get it out there and stuff like that, you're going to have to market your own stuff. You're going to have to film your own stuff and record your own stuff. Everybody starts somewhere, bro, you know, so.
Did you were you picking up like all types of different skills from jump, like as a 13-year-old, or did you kind of stick with one at first, like just writing or something?
It was definitely like it was definitely writing and just rapping for a long time, bro. Like when I was 13, like my oldest brother, shout out my brother Greg, he got me into rapping for sure. When I was younger, I want to say like probably like 7, like I went back there because he was just rapping and shit. But I was still too young, you know. But when I got 13, me and my homies would always rap and like just freestyling and shit.
Like on lunch tables and shit?
Yeah.
Be like,
exactly, yeah, that type of shit.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, bro, it kind of just it was that at first for sure. Like for the longest, it didn't really like start branching out into other stuff like filming or producing. I didn't start trying to do all that shit until later. Probably like 15, 16 is when I really tried to do that stuff. But even like at 13 though, like we weren't scared to like try shit, you know, like we just made a song. It's like me and all my homies. They didn't even really rap. We were just having fun with this shit, and we did it. And then like I had my homie Eunice film it on his iPod, and we just like jumped out of a fucking car. And
wait,
started
iPod?
Yes, bro. We did like a little music video as little
Damn.
kids, bro. It's still out there, bro. Like it's fucking hilarious, bro. But yeah, and then that shit went like stupid. Like the whole school knew it, and like it like blew. It had like 2,000 views. We were like not popular kids, bro. So that shit was sick. It was like it was some Stranger Things shit. It was cool as fuck. And yeah, bro. From there, I just kept rapping like that gave me a boost. And then we did like a talent show in middle school, and like bro, I just always been the music guy. Like everybody, like even people that don't know me, like if they're like referring to me, they'll be like, oh, that's the guy that does music, or that's the kid that does music or some shit. So like definitely just music for me. But
Kind of getting some like recognition within your own like city, right?
for sure, trying to, bro. Like I said, like I wasn't necessarily a popular kid, but after like we did that was all people really knew me for, you know. And like cause like we were just all friends, but like I was definitely the one like telling everybody like, hey, you want to get on the song, you want to, like, cause I was the rapper. So like so when they stopped rapping and I kept rapping, you know, everybody realized like, okay, he really wants to do that shit, you know, he really likes music, he really takes this shit serious. So yeah, I've been doing it forever, bro.
That's a great place to start too. When it's like, or where you want to start with art, I feel like is like you can take it to that next level. You can have the desire to make it something career oriented or
Exactly
serious, but like starting from a place of just passion, enjoyment, sharing it together, like just doing shit with the homies. Like that's the best.
No,
You know,
exactly.
I'm glad that you had that as a jump off.
No, definitely, bro. I feel like that's really what music's about, you know, like just having fun, bro. You know, I think a lot of people would take that out of it. And like when we were little kids, bro, you know, we'll never get that back. You know, it was just fun shit. It was like super fun. Like I'll never forget it. Like I tell everybody that. Like if I really start, you know, talking and yapping, I'm bringing up that song all the time because that was such like a thing for me. You know, when we were kids, like, you know, you're really impressionable at a young age. All that shit matters. You know, if you like Pokemon or something, or if you like all that shit, just goes on and it bleeds into your older adult life. So like
Who's your starter?
Say again?
Who's your starter?
Oh, what? Pokemon? Nah, I don't know shit about Pokemon.
Oh man, I was like, oh, we about to go into that shit. Okay.
I wish I did. I don't know shit about Pokemon. I'm like, Pikachu is my starter. Fuck
He
it.
ain't a starter though.
Fuck.
Casual.
Yeah.
Charizard.
Charizard. What's the other one name? The blue one?
Squirtle?
There you go. Nah, fuck no. I don't like it. I don't want Squirtle. No. His name sounds a little too crazy. I don't want to fucking have it.
You're free.
You're free.
He be squirting and shit. I don't know. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we went from talking about kids to fucking Squirtle out here.
It is what it is. Free flow. Anyway, but how would you say, like, are you originally from Hawthorne?
Definitely, yeah, definitely. I mean, like, I was born in Torrance, but I was raised in fucking Hawthorne, bro. I was born in Torrance. My mom had a house in Torrance. She still has a house in Torrance. But my grandma's house was in Hawthorne. My grandma was getting older when I was a little kid, when I was like just born. So my mom moved us over there to take care of my grandma. So I grew up in Hawthorne for sure, bro. Yeah, like that's born and raised for like that's what it feels like, you know.
How was your like environment growing up? Like, were you kind of like exposed to like? Because I've listened to the subject matter of like certain songs, right?
For sure.
And like, you know, sometimes you paint like this picture of like this place where you kind of like had like a rough upbringing in some certain ways, right?
Yeah, bro, definitely. Yeah, I mean, anybody that knows, you know, Hawthorne is not a bad place for real. It's like a neutral area. It's between Inglewood. It's next to Lenox. It's next to Manhattan Beach at the same time though. You know, so it's like it's not really a bad place. You know, like Ty's the creators from Hawthorne. That's like a big thing that people know about Hawthorne. But other than that, it's like a pretty neutral area. Like don't get me wrong, like there's little shit that goes on here and there, but it's really not a bad place at all. So I was blessed to grow up in that environment. Like my OGs, I guess you could say, my uncle, my mama, like my older brother, they all weren't born and raised in Hawthorne. I was like the only generation that was. They were my family's originally from Venice, and you know, Venice now is pretty gentrified. It's not that bad, but you know where they were from when they grew up, that shit was, you know, bad. So like they were, you know, gang banging and shit. My mom was gang banging and shit, like pretty bad. Like, you know, like for a long time. So like all that stuff, you know, like I have three uncles, three aunties, or I'm sorry, two aunties and my mama, and so 6 kids, you know, and I had a, you know, relationship with all of them, you know, so like I just got a lot of game, you know, as a kid, you know, about the streets and like, you know, whatever it was, gangbanging, you know,
Because you kind of hear these stories from your
exactly, yeah,
and
bro.
they just pass down and just
Yeah, bro. It's like, and that's where you know, a lot of kids and a lot of younger people, like
they get influenced in a way.
definitely, bro. Like, you know, people feel like they gotta like jump into something or become something because they're young and they're just trying to find themselves and shit like that. And you know, I don't blame them for it because I understand it. You know, I was blessed and fortunate enough to have people that were trying to steer me the right way. You know, because they were really from all that shit. So I definitely talk about it a lot because I still feel like I don't know. Like, you know, I dibbled and dabbled like here and there. I made a lot of, you know, mistakes and stuff like that, but I was never, you know, God bless me. I was never, you know, a gangbanger. I was never really super dealing drugs. It was nothing like that. Just like little shit, you know.
I feel like the terms like hood adjacent and like even like good kid, mad city, you know, like
Shit like that,
being
yeah,
brought up in
for
like
sure.
in that kind of environment, but you know,
Definitely.
being steered the right way. Like
Yeah,
you said.
definitely, bro. Like for me, it was always a big thing. Like, you know, when I talk to my uncle or talk to my cousin, you know, or just these people that I love that were, you know, really in the streets and stuff like that, and they just look at me a certain way, you know, and they'll beat my ass, you know, if they fucking if I go to jail or if I fucking, you know, because they know how talented I am. They know all the shit I could do and that I have done. So it's like you know,
Like you have options rather than to just kind of throw it all away for some gangbang.
Exactly, bro. You know, I'm smarter than that.
For the family.
Yeah, bro, for sure. That's what it feels like, bro. So yeah, I can't really, you know, get caught up with all the hype and shit because they're, you know, nowadays, bro, it's so like popularized and shit. And people think it's such a cool thing, you know, but it's really not. You know, if anybody will tell you, you know, that's really from all that shit, it's just not it, bro. You know, getting money, you know, and supporting your family and all that shit. It's really the only way to go, you know. Even people that are in the streets and stuff like that. There's very few that end up being 40 years old and are still stuck in the streets, you know. Like usually when you get to that age or I don't know, I wouldn't even say that. I don't think there's nobody that's really in the streets who like really has, you know, lived it and really went through all the trials and tribulations of it, who wants to stay in it or who really loves it. And you know, like people might say that shit, but I don't know. I don't think that shit's true because like if you went through all that shit, you know, like it's like being in a bad relationship, bro. You know,
Yeah,
like
which don't kind of like a nobody.
yeah, it's like you know, if you like, bro, say you're with a girl, bro, and like she's just, you know, toxic as fuck, not doing nothing for you, you know what I'm saying, taking your money, you know what I'm saying, just not giving you nothing. Let's just say it like that, just not giving you really shit. The most she'll give you is like a I love you at the end of the day or something like that. And like you don't want to be in that relationship, bro. You know,
Maybe.
you don't want to. No, real shit though. Some people, that's
Maybe
all they
like-
know.
yeah.
That's all they know. So like
So
they,
that's what
they
they
stay
settle
in that
for, yeah.
relationship.
It's
Yeah,
a
bro.
trap, or
Yeah.
it's like it's a prison eventually.
It is, bro.
You're
Yeah.
not in the literal prison, but you're still stuck in. So if you, especially, if you've been living that life since you were a kid, like,
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
and you can definitely see it like what you're talking about. If you don't have to be doing it yourself to be growing up around people like that.
Yeah.
Where, like I think all of us.
Yeah, bro.
Have
Exactly.
seen that and seen people who can't leave it. Like,
Exactly.
It's
bro.
institutionalized, right?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Oh, for sure, 100%.
Because I feel like your I guess vision is only far as like what you can really see, right?
So.
And you know, I like leaving. Let me think. Because I feel Long Beach is very diverse in a way where like you kind of like go to the you can cross the street and you're at the beach, you see all these like rich people's houses and stuff, but on the other side of the street you can like see all the fucking poverty and shit. It's just weird, being in that kind of like in between, like which side do you kind of want to like stay on?
Yeah, exactly, bro. Yeah, no, it's true as fuck. Yeah, bro, and it's like
Hawthorne is definitely similar.
no, yeah, Hawthorne, yeah. Like in the same way you just said, one street is like this and the next street is like that, it's kind of crazy, but like I said, I was blessed to grow up in that environment, because some people are just raised in just a bad place, and it's harder to see that other side. It's hard to see, like, some people grow up in really bad places, and they can't, like, how you said, they really don't know nothing else, so it's like you can't really necessarily blame them there. That's all they were fucking grown into. But it's such a like a, I don't know, give and take thing, bro, because on one hand it's like you can't blame a kid for doing all he knows, but on the other hand it's like you get to a certain age or you learn enough stuff, like
you don't want to seek out more.
Yeah, you got to make those choices for yourself, bro. At the end of the day, like you don't have to stay doing what everybody else is doing or what you were raised to do, But it takes a long time to realize that, and some people never ever get to realize that. Some people never think that they can be anything else. So, but I feel like anybody, who just really works on themselves and believes in themselves, they can overcome all that shit, because just like anything else, just like any other tribulation or bad place you can be in or whatever, it's an obstacle, bro, and you can get through that shit, I feel like that lifestyle and stuff like that is the same thing, it's not, nothing's impossible, bro. Just dedicate yourself and be yourself, and be true to yourself, and eventually you can rise out of that shit for sure.
What do you think, kind of like a big takeaway that you're gonna take from, I guess, this upbringing of yours, and then apply it to the music? Like, what do you think is the biggest, like, kind of lesson, I guess?
Man, I don't know, bro. It's kind of hard, There's just so many, so I can't really say like one specifically. I feel like there's so many topics, there's so many things I want to talk about. In my music, like a lot of the music inspires me. When I listen to certain things, so like there's just so many topics, there's so many song ideas I have. So many things I want to speak on, and and I don't know. I think it's really just like, I'll put it like this, bro. Like my upbringing, obviously, like it influenced me, bro. It impacted my life. It was a lot of stepping stones to get me where I am today. But today is who I really decide I am. You know what I'm saying? It's like that every day for me. Just because I was doing this before, doing that before, doesn't mean I have to keep doing that, or doesn't mean I have to do this or do that. So it's like, I don't know. Big thing for me, bro, is just be yourself. You know what I'm saying? Always be yourself, and if you're not being yourself, you're being somebody else. So you gotta be yourself. So that's what with the music. That's what I just try to do, bro. I just try to like be myself. Like I did like a country song cover because I like country. Some people tell me I sound ghetto, but I love country music. I love fucking other type of music as well. But I rap sometimes like a fucking street motherfucker, and I love G Herbo too. So it's like, I'm all over the place, but that's me. So I'm gonna just keep being all over the place, bro. I think that's the only way to be, for sure.
Because eventually, like at a certain point, if you're not remaining like true to yourself, that facade is gonna fall apart.
Exactly, bro. Yeah, definitely. Like, if you're not doing the shit you want to do or whatever, you're either gonna stop doing it, or people are just gonna be able to tell you don't want to do it. So it's like, I try to, with me, if I gotta take a break or if I gotta do this or that, I always make sure I'm staying true to myself first, and that's something I've had to realize, as a man, if I can't stay consistent as a man, if I can't stay consistent with my morals and values, how am I ever gonna build a consistent career or be a consistent artist, if I'm not consistent as a person, so you gotta be yourself first. You gotta make sure you know what you stand for and make sure you're representing that the correct way, if I'm just lying on everything, then what am I really doing, I'm not really making the fucking music I really want to make. It's not, it's not even worth it at that point.
Have you thought about the challenges of fame?
Hell yeah, bro, for sure. Yeah, like, it's a big topic, because like as an artist, especially as a small artist, like you think that's all you want. Sometimes you know what I'm saying, you look at all the numbers or you look at all, whatever the fuck it is, that comes with fame, and you think that's what you want. And then, and I don't know, some people really do think they want it. Some people do really want it, I guess. But, I don't know. I know for me, bro, like, it's a slippery slope because I've always felt like fame, famous, you hear that word, you're like, oh, it sounds this, it sounds, there's a lot of bad preconceived notions on it, and rightfully so, there's a lot of bullshit that comes with fame, but I do also feel like there's a lot of good stuff that comes with it as well, and you just gotta, it really just depends on who you are, there's some people that are super famous, so a lot of people know them, and they're doing the right things with it, and then there's other people who are doing, what you would say is the wrong thing.
They kind of fall victim to like the eyes and stuff like that.
Yeah, bro. It's I already know, bro. It would be a whole different lifestyle, and I'm not sure if I necessarily want to be a fucking biggest artist in the world. I don't think it's about that. I just want to, like, my main thing, bro, behind everything, is like impact and inspire people. That's really what I want to do. Like, I try to live my life every day, like as cliche as it might sound, I really do try to live my life every day like it's my last day. So I try to impact and inspire somebody every day, with whatever it is. I was like doing motivational videos on Instagram and shit, not because like just because I'm being myself. Like, that's really what I want to do. I want to impact and inspire people, cause
real talk though, I fuck with those when you're like, wake the fuck up. I'm like, hey, real shit.
No, for real, like, cause that's how I be feeling sometimes.
Yeah.
It's like
because even if it's not like for someone else, like even for yourself, just kind of like,
shit.
you know what, I feel good. Let's
exactly,
get up. Let's get
bro,
it.
because life is what you make it, bro. So it's like if you wake up, and you feel like that, whatever the fuck, it's like, bro, that's a good way to feel, So I try to share that energy, you know what I'm saying, and yeah, bro, sometimes it gets good. Like, a lot of people do like it,
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, that's my goal, bro. It's just to impact and inspire the world. Mm-hmm. So if I was there, like, obviously I want my music to do good and shit, and people attribute success with fame a lot, but I don't know, for me, like, I just, like I said, I want to impact and inspire people. And I know if I were a bigger artist or if I had more eyes on me, I could impact and inspire more people. So, I don't know. But, like I said, it's a slippery slope because I'm trying to make sure, like, I'm doing that shit right now. Even at the bottom, when I'm doing, like, first podcast, and, like, nobody really knows my name and shit. I still got to be impacting and inspiring people right now, Like, at the end of the day, whatever you're doing right now, I feel like that's what you're going to do when you're famous, So it's like, if I'm...
Because you got to carry yourself the same way throughout, right? And even then, like, when you make it big, people can kind of, like, look back and be like, he stayed consistent throughout.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, bro. Like,
especially nowadays.
Yeah, bro. Like, it says, no, definitely. There's a book called As a Man Thinketh, and it says in the book, if you say that you want to get money to give back to charity and help people and shit with the money, but you're not doing it right now when you don't have money, like, who's to say that when you get money, you're just going to want more money and you're still not going to give back to people? Mm-hmm. So it's like, the more you put shit off, is like, the less you really want to do it. So it's like, right now, like, I have visions of, like, giving back to the homeless and shit like that. And I'm like, it's cool to, like, want to do these things on a grand scale, but you can do that shit right now.
Yeah,
like, I can go get a fucking $5 meal and go give it to a motherfucker right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's not always about, like, you gotta start somewhere, bro, at the end of the day. So it's like, I don't know. I just try to do what I can right now, where I'm at right now, and just keep working. And, I know eventually God's gonna put tools in my life and put me in a place where I can do it how I really want to do it, For sure.
No, that's dope. And I think a lot of the times you'll see examples of bigger people who have achieved a bigger platform and a lot of more resources. Like, there are certain examples, like in music, the most talked about recently would probably be La Russell. And then even I'm a big sports fan, so like in football or soccer, you got Marcus Rashford is a soccer player in England, and so he was doing a lot of really good philanthropic type work in communities. But like, what you see a lot of the time with these figures is, because they have such a big platform too, that the intention is there and what they're doing is impactful, but because they're in a certain area of expertise, or they have a certain career, professional athlete, rapper, musician, you'll see people, and a lot of times the hate is always louder, even though it's not the majority, but you'll see people bring up the argument of, like, people don't even listen to your music, or with Rashford, like, you're not even playing well, like, what the fuck is all this? And it's like, it's really powerful to have this outlook right now, and want that to be consistent, because that's what's going to carry you through those times where, like, music and entertainment is subjective. Like
Exactly.
people will be on with you and it'll feel like cheering, and then they'll be off for a little bit. But if you can, like we were talking about before, if you can remain steadfast and like what the reason that you're doing this is, you love music and you want to make an impact on people.
Yeah.
Then when you start to get criticisms like that, even though you got the big platform, you can push right through and be like, I already know I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Regardless of whether they're feeling the music right now or whatever it is.
No, definitely, bro.
There's more than one way to leave that mark.
Exactly, bro. It's exactly on the dot. Just like like you said, music is subjective, bro. So it's like, for me, like, I make, like I said, I do whatever the fuck I feel like. I make all type of music. I don't expect to like stop doing that. But I'm more like, although I love rap, although I love music, I am more than just a musician. You know what I'm saying? I'm a good person at the end of the day. I want to do other shit as well, and it's not like it's not that this doesn't mean a lot to me. It's definitely not that. But like, I can genuinely say, my purpose in life is not to make the best music ever. My purpose in life is to impact and inspire people, as many people as I can, bro. That's really my purpose. So it's like, however I could do that shit, I'm gonna do it.
I think being so many mediums, and I think it's important to do like emphasize that now, because people want to box you in.
Yeah.
And they don't allow, like, I guess, artists to venture out later in their careers. So I think if you set that as a standard now, they're open to it.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, definitely.
Because like when you see these rappers like want to experiment with different genres, they're like, oh no, that shit go back to your old shit. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, you can't fucking grow as an artist. It doesn't make any sense. Like, you want them to keep making the same song for fucking however long their career is.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Yeah, it's a lot of that going, around, like, and I don't know, social media, like, man, it's a crazy place, it's a crazy place, and people's, I don't know, there's just so much noise on there, bro, I mean, I was just telling you, I had to fucking delete that shit, because there's just so much noise, and you're just gonna hear so much shit, there's good noise, bad noise, everybody has opinions and different, opinions on what's good or what's bad, one like, let's say you have a song, right, and like, you get, I don't know, let's just say it blows up, somebody's gonna tell you it's really good, like a big artist is gonna tell you it's really good, and probably somebody else is gonna tell you it's really bad, like Azul said, it's subjective, so it's like, I don't know, you can't really give a fuck about no noise, like, and I've been, like, starting to realize that, like, this music is for me, I can show it to people, right. I can, put it out there, but it doesn't really matter what nobody tells me, like, and it sounds a little, harsh, but that's how it has to be, because, like, no matter if somebody tells you some shit's good or tells you it's bad, if you like it, and that's all that really matters, that's all that will ever matter, shit, it came out your mind, and you are gonna understand it more than anybody else, so, don't take that shit to heart, because at the end of the day, everybody's living their own life, somebody likes fucking hi-hats, somebody doesn't, it is what it is, it doesn't matter, what do you like, that's all that really matters, bro, so.
Real talk, do y'all listen to your own music? Like, do you listen to your own music on repeat?
Hell yeah.
I be doing that shit.
Yeah, hell yeah, bro, all the time. I was just listening to my shit on the way here, because I just made this song, and I'm hella proud of it, and I was just playing it over and over and over again, like, damn near for 50 minutes, the whole fucking drive over here, bro. Fucking, like, I do that shit often, for sure.
I have those moments, right? So I feel like if you can kind of, like, not get tired of the song, kind of keep going back to, like, I feel it's worth putting out.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, bro. Like, yeah, those are, that's how you know,
There's 8 billion people in this world. Like, at least one other motherfucker's gonna like that shit, right?
Yeah, hell yeah, bro, for sure. Like, yeah, definitely, bro,
Yeah.
And, like,
I also think it's so dope that, like, that shit didn't exist before you created it. You know what I mean?
Oh, hell yeah. Like, you created that shit,
Yeah.
That shit's dope as fuck. I be thinking about that sometimes, like if I'm at the gym or something, I'm playing my song, I'm like, nobody else here is probably listening to this shit. I don't know, I just think it's cool
special.
because, it's special. It's like, like, this is my song. Like, that shit's dope, bro,
I got that secret shit.
I got that shit, y'all.
I got that shit y'all don't know about.
Y'all don't know about this shit. Just give it some time. Hell yeah, bro.
Do you feel like you would... do you find, like, a full-on acceptance for yourself of, like, when I make music, it is purely for my enjoyment of it? Or is there a balance / like, switch shift sometimes where, like, you might say, okay, I'm not making this song for me. Like, can you... for your, because I know I struggle myself right now to appreciate a song I create if I don't really like it, even if other people are like, yeah, I really feel this.
You know,
how do you feel when you find yourself in
yeah,
that situation?
I get what you're saying. To be honest, bro, like if I don't like a song, if I don't like a song I made, and someone like people are telling me to drop it or something like that, it definitely won't come out. If I don't like it, bro, like I don't like it, and I'm not gonna lie, like some people tell me like like I gotta stop that shit because like my older brother like he likes this one song right that I made. I mean they both do. I got two older brothers and they they love my music, and like I was showing my brother Carlos this beat. I was showing Carlos and Greg the beat, but Carlos really liked it, really liked it, and it's not like I don't like it, but some stuff like I don't know. It's not that I don't want to drop it. It's just like I don't know. That's probably the hardest part I have, with music is dropping shit. Just because like anybody else, I could be a perfectionist, and it's not necessarily sometimes. I think for me more, it's not the song that I think is unfinished. It's either like the video or it's either the marketing part. I'm trying to find that balance game because I don't have a manager. I never have had somebody like I've done everything, everything by myself. So it's like I can be a little nitpicky, and I've been trying to get out of that and just post shit and just not really give a fuck. Like if I like it and I think it's cool, then just don't give a fuck and just put it out. But it's not always easy to be there. I'm getting back to that space. More into that space, but yeah, it takes some time. But yeah, and I noticed too, like if I sit on something too long, like pause. That sounded crazy, but if I if I make a song, right? If I make a song. If I make a song and I don't upload it or some shit, like when I like it, and then it probably won't drop because like some shit gets old, and if a song gets old, I'm just like yeah, bro, it's like it's still a good song, but
because you kind of outgrew it, right?
Yeah, like some shit like I've had a couple songs where I might have said this bar. And now I don't really like that bar anymore, or I don't like what I was talking about. But in the moment when I made that song, everybody was like, "Dude, you gotta drop that shit. That shit was fucking crazy," And yeah, bro.
Interesting. Yeah, I found that with myself a lot of times, so often when you're writing so much, when you're an artist who you what you do is you create regardless of views or whatever's going on, and I found myself in that position so many times where it's like, damn, I don't really like this anymore. And then, I might come back to it months later and be liking it again. But I think one of the things I've been trying to adjust with that is like appreciating it on a grander scale than just how I feel about it right in moment to moment.
Yeah.
Because and I didn't start thinking like that, though, until I started thinking from a project standpoint. Because I started writing songs, and Jay, like, I started writing songs for projects primarily and compiling songs and stuff.
Yeah.
And once I got to that point, I was like, oh, shit. Because you have all these songs that one of them you might have written 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Another one you might have written yesterday. But they're supposed to be together and cohesive and telling a story, and it's kind of like an author. If let's take J.R.R. Tolkien, Lord of the Rings author, like if that nigga wrote the first page in 1930 or 1940 or whatever, and then wrote the last page in 10 years later.
I've done that
on a book for 10 years.
No, I'm saying like with verses, like you kind of don't finish a song until fucking something happens later on in life.
Yeah.
But imagine now if because you're like, I'm not really where I was when I wrote that first page. You never put that book out. We never see any movies like. So that's how I've kind of thought about it. Where like
that's really
to capture
that feeling that you have, that I've had, that so many of us have, where like, I just don't. It's not grabbing me right now. Is one of those things that I think sometimes is kind of our duty to sacrifice a little bit of the feeling of it in pursuit of something, of building something that's a full body of work, or that's just a full expression of something, so that we can say like, this deserves to be out there.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna like accepting that you'll feel differently about it.
Yeah.
at different points.
So if I understand you correctly, you're like talking about capturing those fleeting moments, right? Before you get tired of them.
No.
No?
Actually, that's the exact opposite for me, because that's when I think you get into that space of like rushing yourself. And if you are a perfectionist, or if you do have a certain vision, that can be really dangerous, I think, on a grand scale. Because like it's cool on the social media side, or let me just post something I like, let me just put stuff out, because we're so focused on keeping people entertained day to day, second to second. But if you're an artist who wants to do something large, I think you have to be willing to put the time into that.
And just kind of keep it in a vault.
Well, no, you're working on it the whole time, but you have to give it that care. So the same care you give the relationships you're in, where you're like, damn, I don't really want to hang out with this person today. Damn, I don't want to go to the home for the holidays right now. Damn, you pissed me the fuck off, dad or mom or some shit, or your partner, like whatever it is, like the same care that you give the people in your life, where you're like, man, we're still in this, and it's not always a vibe. Like that is the care I think that we have to give to what we create.
Yeah.
Which is that, like, I don't, I look at this song, or I look at this album, or whatever it is, and I say, I don't really like you right now, but that doesn't mean you don't deserve
my attention,
my work, and to be shared, because that's why I created you. Like,
True,
I guess by vault is what I mean. At least for me, like I have a bunch of verses in my phone, like that fucking goes back 10 years to when I first started writing. Right, I've kept everything I've ever written.
Yeah.
So like, I have all these like unfinished ideas and stuff. So by vault, what I mean is I can kind of come back to it at my current place, and like when I'm just kind of like going through it, I'm just like, oh, like this has potential. I can kind of like take from that, and then like kind of frame it, and then like update it in a way, and like breathe new life into it.
Definitely.
I agree. Yeah, I think what I'm saying is just like, for some things, if you want them to be like fully realized, or to make it, to become the fullness of what you want them to become, you have to, like, when you take them out of the vault or something, you gotta say, all right, like, for better or worse, I'm with you now.
Yeah.
Like, I'm recording this song, I'm shooting the video, I'm doing the marketing, I'm doing the campaign, whatever we're doing for this is what I'm on. And it's like the process of it is the point, rather than if you really are fucking with it at every moment, or if other people are, but it definitely is really hard to get there.
Definitely, bro. I like that perspective on it though, bro. Especially with what you said about the book. That's a really good way to look at it, bro. Because I've noticed like there's a lot of songs or a lot of stuff, there's a lot of art that man, like I can still like hear it now, and it's just like I don't know, like pieces of work that I did that didn't mean a lot. And I never really finished them, or I never like put them out, or like I have so much shit that's just sitting, and bro, I think if I did more of that, man, there would be a lot more of my stuff out there, and who knows, you never know until you do it. So yeah, bro, I think that's a great piece of advice for sure, bro.
I think it'd be cool for you to write, or at least each of us to kind of like write a verse, talking to our future selves, and then have our future self talk back in the second verse.
Oh, that's hard. That's a cool idea.
A conversational kind of like song.
Yeah.
That's dope.
And in our medium too.
Yeah.
How do you, for you, Hazy? I'm curious. Like, when it comes to, we all of us have been doing this long enough now. Like me, the shortest, but still long enough to where like we all have a body of work now that maybe is not released, but that we have for ourselves. We all have our vault, essentially.
Yeah.
I remember I came to a point where I started to look at what I was creating, and everything before that point, I never was like, oh, this is terrible, garbage or anything, but I did reach a point where I was like, feeling a security, a confidence, assuredness in like my catalog from a certain point. Do you have that for
Definitely,
yourself?
bro. Yeah, definitely. I would say like, cause I went through a lot, bro, with music. Like when I was young and I was just not really caring too much about it. I was confident, you know, and it was good, and I was just kind of putting stuff out. And then I don't know really what happened. I turned like 14 or 15, and I got a little more. I don't even think like my feelings changed about music. I just started like experimenting and doing like what I was just finding myself, bro. I was growing up, and you could see it in my music, and yeah, there was definitely a phase that I went through. But I'm not gonna lie, like that phase, like even when I was in that phase, like whatever I was doing, like I remember there was a distinct point in time, like I was doing something weird. Like now I look back on it and I could say bad stuff about it because I don't like it. But when I was doing it, I thought that shit was hard as fuck. So like it's not like I feel like I've always had confidence in the music I was making, but like now more than ever, like I don't know, I just feel like I've been through in and out with this shit, and like I just know like my style, I know all the stuff I really like. So it did take a long time. I would say like, let me think. I don't know if there's a like specific song I can remember. I think I made a song called Graveyard God remix or some shit like that, and it was like this old Bones beat.
Like Bone Thugs?
No, fucking Bones. He's from Sesh Hollow Water Boys. Do you know who Xavier Wolf is?
Yeah. Oh,
like,
okay. I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Okay, I see what
So it's like a whole different like genre of hip hop.
Maybe in
like,
10 years you'd be like experiment with that style again and be like,
No,
oh wait, that shit was hard. That was tripping. Hold up.
No. What I'm gonna say though is that song was like when I started getting back to stuff I liked. Like I like that song, you know,
okay.
but everything before that, or maybe not everything, but there was,
A lot of stuff.
yeah, like that song snapped me back, and then I started, listening to other artists, and then I started finding my sound more. But I'm not gonna lie, bro, it's a daily thing, like even now I'm getting into producing and like, all that. But yeah, like confidence, bro, and just liking what you're making, I feel like that's definitely important. And like you said, being able to also thug it out sometimes, because there's also been stuff where I was like, I don't really like it, but then I just got over that. Like I just was like, no, let me just stay in front of the computer, keep trying, and then before you know it, like I was like back on it, I started liking it again, like, so sometimes you do have to just like, like not listen to that voice in your head all the time, because our brain is just up and down. So like if you just, like you said, give it the attention and energy it deserves, you can really make some beautiful stuff, bro. So it's just about doing that, bro. Just thugging it out and making what you like, making what you wanna make at the end of the day. For sure.
Oh shit. Hey man, but like after this though, I kind of okay. If y'all cool with it, showing your worst song though. Worst song? We won't show them, but we'll show each other.
I actually deleted. I put out a song when I was first making music on SoundCloud, and I was putting like all my stuff on SoundCloud at the time when I was immediately first making music.
Yeah.
And it was great. It was one of the ways I could first start to really like express myself without caring about if it was good or not. But there was one song about COVID. And I put it out, and I make all the covers for my music, so the cover was actually pretty cool.
Was it you in like a mask? Or what was it?
Yes, but there was like a cool like galaxy thing I did, and then, like I added hella shit. It was pretty cool visual, but
what was it like?
I just fucking hated that song so much. Like I've never hated a song that much in my life.
Were you like dissing COVID or what was it?
I don't even remember. I think I was just talking about the experience, but like it wasn't. That's probably why I'm so like not a gimmicky type creator at all. Like I don't thematic type songs for me sometimes, but like there's other songs I made before that are objectively worse from a technical standpoint. But man, I just couldn't.
Wait, so you're gonna love this joke. You're gonna love this joke.
Any files?
Listen, you're gonna love this joke though. Instead of Wuha, it was Wuhan. Because he likes Busta Rhymes. Woo-ha, woo-ha. Yeah.
He's the type to do a thematic song about that. Not gonna lie. I love that nigga, but oh my god, some of his songs.
Busta Rhymes is hard as fuck.
Yeah. But I mean, do you have?
I'm trying to think. Like I said, when
that shit is terrible.
okay, I think I do. Yeah. Well, let me think. Hold on. Cause like when I was doing that voice shit that I was talking about, like it was just super distinct. I really don't know what I was. I think I was trying to like vocalize or something, and like
you can sing
I was
though.
doing, like yeah, thank you, bro. Like now I feel like I can, but then I was like, I think I was just trying to like cheat my way or something. I don't know how to explain
Just
it.
trying
Like that fucking before puberty and shit. Just
It was I can't even explain
Voice cracking?
it. Yeah, bro, it was pretty bad.
Can you try to emulate it?
Let me think. Fucking hell, it was bad, bro. It was bad. Like I don't even know if I could do it. Like I don't know how I did it, but I did it. Yeah, it was pretty bad, bro. But it's just like just imagine my voice like an upper octave. I think that's it. And I was just like rapping like that, and I don't know what the fuck I was
like
trying. Something like that. It was pretty bad. Like, but I thought it sounded cool at the time, so I just did that.
he was
shit.
busting like a yin yang swing. Hey, little mama. Like damn.
Yeah, bro. Like it was a big thing because I don't know. I guess I didn't like how it sounded, or I just compared myself to other people too much, and then I don't know. I got back into like how it was when I was a kid, where I just didn't give a fuck. I wasn't thinking about how I sounded no more, and then I just realized, man, I got a cool voice. Like I don't even know why I was doing that shit to begin with. You know, like I like my voice is cool, bro. Fuck it.
How early in the process did you become comfortable with your voice?
Bro, I'd say after that shit, I mean, like, so probably like
never again.
Yeah, I ain't fucking doing
I
this
swear
shit.
that was such a turning point for me. Like, and it
How old
wasn't.
were you?
I was probably like 15, like maybe no, it was more like 16, bro. Cause I think I like, I'm trying to tell you, bro, like. Like anybody that knew me, like all my homies, like I've been doing this shit forever. So like they know, you know, the whole process. And yeah, bro, there was a point in time where I would show music to people, and they'd be like, "Yeah, okay." I was like, "Yeah, for sure, bro." So
That's
like,
something.
yeah, literally,
That
they'd
is
be
a
like,
song,
"All
man.
right, bro, yeah, sure." So like during that, like I never had nobody, you know, around me who would be like. Or let me think. I might have had like my oldest brother Greg. He didn't tell me. I don't think nobody really had the. I don't want to say balls to tell me because I don't even think it was that.
They just didn't want to shut you down so early.
Yeah, like they knew I was
yeah.
growing through it. Like they were just like, "I'll let the motherfucker do what he do." Because at the end of the day, if he likes it, then he's gonna make that work. Or you know. And don't get me wrong, it wasn't super bad. Like somebody probably would have liked that shit. Like I had a homie named Anakin. Shout out to homie Anakin. He's still the homie.
Yeah.
But yeah, his name's Anakin. It's hard. But
Skywalker. Damn.
But he fucked with it. He fucked it. Like he'd be like, "Bro, that shit hard. Nobody sounds like that."
He probably likes Young Thug too.
Yeah, it was like
Lifestyle.
like yeah, it was
Yeah.
shit like that, bro. And like yeah, like he fucked it. So like I don't know, so, you know, everybody like I said, music's subjective, bro. But
Definitely.
me, I'm not ever going back to that shit. I don't like that shit no more. Hell no, bro.
I'll say my shit was like pop. Like it wasn't like rap. It was just like making like some fucking like pop records. I'm just like, what the fuck was I doing? Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you.
Oh, man, but fuck. How y'all feeling?
I'm good, bro. I'm
good?
Hell yeah, this is
This
dope.
is a dope ass vibe, man.
Hell yeah, bro.
You said G Herbo's your favorite rapper, right?
It gotta be, bro. I
Top
can't lie.
five?
Yeah,
Top
bro.
five?
Probably top favorite.
Who's
You
top
gotta send
five?
me something.
No, I will, bro. Say it again. What'd you say?
Top five?
Top 5. Damn, bro. G Herbo's up there for sure. I gotta put G Herbo up there, bro. I just got like a lot of my like I don't know. I just remember as a kid, I grew up on Logic, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I fuck with Logic.
I fuck with Logic too.
Yeah, hell
I like
yeah.
that he like at least now like even though his shit like doesn't work out for him sometimes like when he like expands into genres he's at least willing to try. Now he's making fucking movies and shit. I respect the man.
Yes, bro. Yeah, and that's one thing I like about him. You know, he doesn't give a fuck, and that's kind of like the point about it.
Peace,
you
love,
know?
positivity.
Peace, love, positivity. Just do your thing, you know. So yeah, I grew up on Logic. I'm sorry, he's not making top 5 though, but he was dope as fuck. Like when I was young.
He's not gonna want that feature.
Like, I would say like,
He was climbing and he's
Yeah,
no,
sorry.
fuck no.
Yeah.
Nah, Logic gonna hear that. He's gonna be like, what the fuck? Fuck this guy. Nah, bro. I love Logic. I went to Logic.
I'm biracial.
Logic is stupid.
I love you, Logic, bro.
I went to Logic's fucking concert. I think that was the first concert I went to, bro. I was like a little ass kid. I was 13, and my cousin got me the little flex hat, the one that he used to wear. Yeah, bro. Hell yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Like my homie Lewis, he's a big Logic fan still. Like me and him, we grew up like together, but I fell out of it, and like but he's always still liked Logic. And it's not that I don't like Logic. I just stopped listening to his music that much. But I ain't gonna lie, bro. We were playing 44 Bars the other day. All the Logic fans are gonna know that song. 44 Bars, Slave, gang related. A lot of Logic
That's Bobby
shit.
Tarantino.
Yeah, bro. And I ain't gonna lie, I was like, this motherfucker's hard. Like, you know, it just had been so long since I listened to that shit.
Yeah.
So, like, Logic, bro, he's fucking, you know, he doesn't get enough credit, I feel like, for sure. But, back to the top 5. G Herbo, for sure. Like I said, I grew up on Logic. I think I heard Polo G's song, bro, pop out. And, like, and that led me to G Herbo Riding With It. I remember it vividly because, like, I heard Riding With It by G Herbo. That's like one of my favorite G Herbo songs ever, and I heard that shit and I was like, bro, like, I don't know, it's like a fucking like atom bomb went off in my head. I was like, that's how I want to rap. That's the type of beats I want to rap on. I like how, like, I just liked everything about that song. So ever since then, like, I went through all his shit. Humble Beast, Welcome to Phase Overland, fucking Ballin' Like Kobe, all his shit, mixtape stuff.
He is the top 5.
Yeah, he
All
might
5
be.
spots.
He might be.
All
Nah, hell
spots.
no, hell no. He really deserves that spot though. So he's up there. Tupac for sure. Tupac's up there too. I like a lot of Tupac songs. I'm not like the biggest Tupac fan in terms of like I can't name you fucking, you know, 40 songs by the motherfucker. Like I can with G Herbo, but bro, there's some Tupac songs I just listen to and like that's all I need to hear, you know? Like there's just some shit like whether, you know, I'm running or something, I just listen to Tupac, bro. It's like, it just gets me in a certain mode, so.
And it's fucking crazy, too, because when, like, the age that he died at 25, 26?
Some shit, 25, I think.
Bro, I'm 24.
Damn, that's crazy, bro.
And I'm just like, dude, he was so fucking young. And, like, he
Yeah.
experienced so much.
Yeah, facts, bro. It's crazy, you know, like, it's like that a lot nowadays, you know. Even now, more probably than back then. Like, he was the start of a lot of shit, so, like, you know, the lights and everything were on him, you know, and he was really the pioneer. He was one of the first motherfuckers doing this shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say it's like, I mean, you know, now to then is way different, bro. It's night and day. But yeah, like now, like, bro, you know, like look at Juice WRLD, you know, he was 21. I'm 20 and he's 21. Look at what Juice WRLD did, you know, and his 2 years of fame and you know all that shit, like. It's just crazy, bro.
Sometimes I'm like I think to myself too. I'm just like, I don't think I want fame to come that early.
Yeah.
Like I definitely want to like kind of mature into it in a way.
Yeah.
And like just so like I'm like prepared, you know.
Yeah.
Because I want to have like a life before and not have it like just kind of like absorb and like it's all I know.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Yeah.
It's interesting too to see like we see, you know, when someone has. Not just, you know, someone might have a kind of a level of mastery over their craft at an early age.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, like, even without that, if you have something that people gravitate towards at an early age, like, both of those can make it so we see a lot of figures, I think, who, because they have something, whether it's their musical ability or, you know, any type of celebrity, you know, maybe just off charisma, especially nowadays, but like whatever they do, sports players, like I was saying earlier, anything, you see a lot of people come up into these spaces where so many eyes are on them really young, and just because they're there, I think a lot of us have the misconception that like they're ready. Or they're equipped and like they're there because it was time for them to be there. They worked for it and they got there. But I think a lot of the time, like with someone like a Juice WRLD, you know, who the way he died, and a lot of people have like, or even Pac the way he died. Like when you think about how many other parts of life have to go into. Or how many other parts of life there are outside of just your area of expertise. Yeah. That's, I think, when we don't really see a lot of the time with artists, like, man, if any of us were catapulted into some of these spheres at that age or before we're ready, man, the music might be hitting. Yeah. We might be cooking in a certain area, but there might be so many other areas of life that we just... are struggling with because how can you even manage? You know, how can you, if you're trying to prove that you're down, that you're hard, like a Tupac, and now there's billions of eyes on you and not just your
and there's gonna be people that are gonna test you. You're
gonna be acting that much more extra. Like I remember Busta Rhymes talking about, like, we knew he wasn't to be, you know, he wasn't like a pushover, but we also he was doing too much a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And so then you look like a Juice WRLD, where it's like, man, what are you doing to get through your day when you're not in the studio?
Yeah, yeah, fact.
Like, what are you doing to get through the media events, the parties that you have to go to, the fucking negotiations? Like,
Yeah.
I think even though people might be right on time in one area, it might not be in another, you know? So we all have to kind of, like, try to be cognizant of that, for sure.
Also, or at least for me, like I see the people that have kind of like lasted in this game, you know, this rap game and shit. Like they, like let's say Jay-Z, like he didn't drop his like first album until fucking what, 29 or 30? He's like considered way too old for his first album.
He was definitely older than a lot of other.
Yeah, than a lot of other rappers.
When he took off, DMX too was another one.
That's what I'm saying. Like these people that like kind of had that legacy, like they were mature enough to kind of like outlive, or I mean, you know, rest in peace DMX. But
no, yeah.
I'm just saying like they didn't kind of die to like before they you know they
could
like
hit
exactly
the peak of their creation.
That's what I mean. So like you know however long this might take,
Yeah.
I'm in it for the ride.
Yeah, bro. That's what it's about at the end of the day, you know, just doing this shit because you love it. And when you have that mindset, you know, it's like...
The Alchemist, the journey.
Yeah, the Alchemist, the journey, bro. Yeah, that's what it's about, you know. And yeah, like you said, bro, a lot of people, they get catapulted into these positions. And nowadays, more than ever, you know, people blow up off of some shit. And you just, like, you know... Yeah, bro. So it's like, it's cool, but it's not, like... Not everything, and it takes I don't know, it takes a lot of time. At least it took a lot of time for me to realize that, you know, like I was just telling you guys, bro, earlier, you know, like certain figures, you know, aren't remembered for one blow up thing or one thing. They're just remembered for who they really were, all the lives that they impacted, the shit that they said, the things that they did for the world. So it's like to me, that's more important, you know. Like I said, my overall thing with what I want to do in my life is impact and inspire. So, shit, if I never hit a certain status, I'm super okay with that, you know. Like I'll do this shit forever, you know. If it doesn't pick up, then it doesn't pick up. It is what it is, you know. Because that's not why I'm doing it. You know, I'm doing it to really impact and inspire people, and I don't know. It's like. It's not always easy because it's like I said, it's a give and take thing. It's like you want it to happen, but you want it to happen in the right way. Because if it doesn't, you know, like, then what? You know, like, then you get into a certain position and you don't even know. Yeah, bro, you want it to go well, you know. And, like, fame, it comes with so much shit, you know, whether it's, like, you know, people wanting stuff from you or, you know, the media on your dick or whatever it is, you know. There's so much shit that comes with it, you know. But if you're grounded and you're balanced and you live your life how you want to live your life and you're happy with where you're at before the fame, you know, you're gonna be fine after you get it. You know, there's definitely some well-grounded figures who are famous as fuck. Like I look at like J. Cole and like that's a big like, you know, inspiration. Like that's how I want to carry myself. You know, that's how I want to be doing shit because, or like Kendrick. You know, like they still have families, you know, they still fucking are fathers, they still do the things that they really want to do, you know.
Maintain their privacy too.
Yeah, and they do that, you know, so it's like, it's not impossible, you know, you don't have to fucking, you know, sell your soul, you don't have to fucking do shit you don't want to do, you don't have to do all that shit, you know, if you just stay down, you stay solid, and you be yourself, and you get this shit the right way, you'll get it, you know, God's gonna give what you work for, you know, you just gotta work for that shit, you know, so... I'm not tripping, you know, if this shit takes forever, it takes forever. You know, it's God's timing at the end of the day, so, yeah, for sure.
Amen.
Amen to that.
Well, a Warriors hat on.
I do got a Warriors hat on.
Repping
You
my
go
city.
for the Warriors, huh?
Repping my city.
But I don't go for the Warriors. I don't get on.
I'm like, you might have to pass that along.
It's pretty cool.
It's crazy. Shit. It does match, though. It does match.
Well... Thank you all for joining me on this episode of Water Break.
Wait, hold on, bro.
What?
I didn't finish that top 5. I want to finish it before.
Oh, you want to finish that?
I gotta finish that,
okay.
bro.
Top 5.
I said Tupac. I'm not gonna fucking give a whole backstory.
Herbo,
Okay, so G Herbo, Tupac, 50 Cent.
Oh shit.
Just
off the Get Rich Die Trying.
Nah, hell no. I mean that for sure, but he has.
Because I feel like
I
feel like just the Massacre and then Get Rich Die Trying.
He got
for me.
Yeah, those are crazy. Eminem.
Which Eminem? Like the one like
Yeah, that one.
Free,
Like
the
Kamikaze.
free, like
Slim Shady.
Slim Shady. Okay.
Slim Shady.
Talking about relapse.
Yeah.
Nah, he got some shit though on like what's it? I'm not afraid. That's a banger.
Recovering.
I don't know what era Lose Yourself is.
Lose Yourself is Marshall Mathers. No,
That was.
Curtain Call.
I don't know.
Some shit.
Yeah, like all his yeah that era.
So
And
that was the top 4.
that's 4. Let me think of one more.
Another new gen.
That you be listening
That's
to.
how it always be. Is the last one. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I think everybody.
Coveted number 5.
You gotta put Ice Spice.
All the, I think all the artists can agree to this, bro. Like it's like a ever changing thing. So I'm gonna just for the last one, I'm gonna just say somebody I really do fuck
Say
with.
yourself.
I gotta.
Say someone you really fuck with.
Somebody I really fuck with right now. I'm not gonna lie. I just like how he does his shit because he makes all his own music. Like it's hella inspiring, and I just like his music. I think it's hard. His name's Jace. He's hard as fuck. He's like an underground artist.
Oh no,
do
wait.
fuck with Jace.
I think I look. You know who that is.
Yeah.
YouTube,
bro.
right?
He's on YouTube,
Yeah.
but he be streaming his shit and like and yeah, people like I don't know, I think people be on his dick just because he kind of be in drama here and there. But if you look past that, bro, his music is crazy. Like bro, he's a true artist. Like, and he's like he's thrown into this new gen of artists, so people overlook that shit. They just be like, oh, he's another this or he's another that, but he's really hard though. Yeah, he's super. Yeah, exactly. That's what people like label it as, but he's really super hard, bro. Like I want to make music with him one day for sure, definitely.
Probably just hit him up in an email and be like, yo.
He's bigger, so it's like he's big, but he's just not like.
Well, I'm saying like he's like a doorstep away. Like you know what I mean? Like
I guess you never know.
You never know. 1 year.
Can
change everything.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah, hell yeah.
But as I was saying, thank y'all for joining me on Water Break. This has been Renee.
Asul.
And your boy Hazy, bro. Thank you for having me, bro.
Appreciate y'all for coming through. Damn. Have a good night.
Free fall.
Would you look at that? Pocket swole, motherfucker. Hazy turn his back, he a little cold, motherfucker. I ain't turn my back, I just don't owe a motherfucker. God said to shine, so I'ma glow, motherfucker. Would you check the time? It's time to go, motherfucker. If you know, you know. And we been at this shit forever, but I feel it close. And it ain't time to toast, it's time to keep this shit afloat. Cause when you bout to blow, God gon' test you the most.